What up, Laker Nation? It's your boy DTLF back on the post game recap as the Lakers lose 106 to 104 in heartbreaking fashion, man, to the Portland Trailblazers. I'm extremely disappointed and upset today because this one was within our grasp. This should have been a win. We had momentum, 4 minutes to go. Lakers are up 8 points. And then Darvin Ham made the decision that lost us the game by bringing back Russell Westbrook. Everything got stagnant offensively. Defense got worse. I mean, the lineup with Troy Brown Jr., Juan Toscano, LeBron, AD, and I think it was Austin Reeves was killing out there, man. And what a heartbreaking loss. And Darvin Ham just basically gave this game away, man. You know, he should whatever happened to facts over feelings. So far, he's 0 for 3. It's been all feelings, no facts. The fact of the matter is, we were playing better without Westbrook. I'm done with Westbrook, man. And he takes a stupid ass shot with 27 seconds left in the clock. And I don't want to hear nothing from all you Russell Westbrook apologists. This dude is trash, man. He literally came down, took a shot, one on like 4. He didn't even wait for his offense to come up. Trying to play hero ball. I don't want to hear this. Oh, he was trying to get a 2-for-1. No. They should have held the clock down and took the final shot. All right, they're really ridiculous, man. But yeah, this is a heartbreaking loss because we played again exceptional defense. That anytime Russell's not on the court, our defense ramps up even more. And our offense was looking good. We got to trade Russ. That's the only way. We're 0-3 now. We need to see actions, right? Blazers, we owned them today. Anthony Davis had a 22-point, 10 rebounds, 6 block, 2 steal game. LeBron James 31, 8 and 8, and Lonnie Walker chipped in with 15, and we still couldn't get the win because we getting feelings over facts over here. You know, that's ridiculous. I don't understand the decision making from these last couple years coaching staffs, and I'm still with Darvin and all of that, but he seems hypocritical now because come on, man, why would you take the lineup that was working for the Lakers off the court when we're about to take the momentum? We had the game by a chokehold, like we literally controlling both ends of the floor. We were up by 8 points, 4 minutes to go, and the substitution just drove me nuts, man. I almost broke my damn TV. I can't believe it. Very, very disappointing, guys. Very disappointing. But Russ got to go because if we're going to cater to him, you know, crying about not being out there to finish games and stuff, then might as well throw the season away if that's the case. Russ got to go. And Darvin, you got to learn quicker than this, man, because he should have known that the lineup that was out there. By the way, I really like Troy Brown Jr. His defense, he seems like he can make shots as well. I think he's going to be a good acquisition for us. But, yeah, no, you cannot lose this game with 4 minutes left. With your best players on the court and you make that substitution, you basically punted this game away. I'm going to use Sunday football terms in Sunday football, but very, very disappointed. Christopher said, Ham lost us this one just to make Westbrook happy. Exactly. Whatever happened to facts over feelings? The fact of the matter is you didn't do what you were supposed to do. You're supposed to put the team in the best position to succeed. And, I got a Frank Vogel flashback tonight, and I hated it. I hated every second of it. Let's be honest, man. Russell Westbrook doesn't fit with this team. We look so much better. Defensively, we look like a championship contender. And offensively, we're spacing the floor a lot better when we have other players out there, man. So I think it's time for Russ to go. For sure. I've been nice enough already. 3 games in, and I've seen enough. This dude he's a cancer to the team. He changes the dynamic of it. That little hero ball bullshit he pulled off at the end when he jacked up the shot. I told my family, we were watching it together. I was like, Damian Lillard he's gonna dagger us right now. He's gonna dagger us, and I knew it. And sure enough, he hit it. Sure enough, he said, "Wow, we had this game." I agree. Russ killed the momentum, but this is not even on Russ. Yes, Russ is the typical knucklehead who always tries to play hero ball and doesn't wait for his teammates. We could have got a way better shot in the half court set, but typical him trying to be a hero. Well, I'll say this: this one was on Darvin Ham. I'm pissed at Darvin because he did that. I was very happy with the lineup that was out there. Juan Toscano was locking up. Patrick Beverly, Austin Reeves, Troy Brown Jr., LeBron James, AD. They were clamping up. Why bring Russ, who, by the way, got cooked defensively the last couple of possessions, and so did Lonnie Walker, and we lose this game, man. We lose this game. Appreciate you, Johnny. He said, we're 0-3. We would have lit up Frank for this. He said, trade Russ and the coach. Facts over feelings is BS. Yeah, man, he's losing a lot of people already early on because the fact of the matter is he's not doing what he said he would do. Play the best players that give you the best chance at winning games. He didn't. He brought back Russ, and a part of me said, "Oh no, he shouldn't have made this up." I didn't think we would lose a game, but we did. We did, man, and it's really sad, man. It's heartbreaking. Ruined my Sunday. I mean, I'm still gonna enjoy it with my family and all that, but there's gonna be a side of me that's gonna be down now because we could have won. We could have been 1-2 at least. Now we're 0-3. We're digging ourselves in a deeper hole. So let's see what the front office does. Are they gonna continue to let this shit slide? Ozzy said we could have. I already read down. My bad. Come on, man. It's the Lakers. I know, right? We could easily go 0-6. It's bad, bro. It's bad, Ozzy. It's bad right now. As a Laker fan, my heart's broken because these are winnable games. Honestly, the last one was winnable as well. They had a chance to win, but they lost because LeBron and Westbrook did it again. It's sad to say, but look, she said it's sad to say, but I'm losing, and that's ridiculous. I'm used to losing. Oh yeah, that is sad to say because you know what? We shouldn't be used to losing. You're absolutely right. That is sad. I'm heartbroken. I really am. I thought we had this game in the bag. I was very proud of the defense, man. I'm hyped up. I'm yelling, and then that little substitution just killed everything for us. Everything. But yeah, it is clear as day now. We gave him enough time. Russell Westbrook has to go. He's had a season and 3 games now to prove his worth to the roster, and he's just not good anymore. At least not with the Lakers. He'd be good for a tanking team where you can get triple doubles and be happy over there, and you get that fake love somewhere else. But here, he's a momentum killer. And he's the type of player that he'll do one good thing for you and then 2 to 3 bad ones. So, people want me to praise him for the little good things he's doing. He went 0 for 11 last game, and he took a dumbass jump shot and played some poor defense down the stretch in this quarter. And again, this one's on Coach, though. Coach really pissed me off today. Mama Mentale said, hold Russ accountable, shot 3, and a jumper with 16 seconds. That's what I'm saying, bro. Absolutely. He needs to be held accountable. I don't see none of the Russell Westbrook fans defending him now. Where y'all at now? Y'all were giving me that negative energy before. But again, Darvin Ham got to be way better. This was a rookie mistake from a rookie coach. You leave the team that earned the opportunity to close the game out there. Juan Toscano was great defensively. Troy Brown Jr., we found something there. Why not let him finish the game? His length was really bothering Jeremy Grant and all their lanky wings. So that is the good news, is that we got somebody like Jeremy Grant who can actually switch multiple positions and maybe even knock down a couple shots, Noel, appreciate you, bro. He said, how many games did we lose like this last season? Play your heart out of what? He said, why is Russ closing games? Dude is 4 versus 6 on offense with no basketball IQ. Exactly, man. And I'm not going to defend Russ no more. He deserves all the slander he's getting and then some, because dude he's stubborn. He's stubborn, man. He's super, why are you taking that shot? Don't tell me you're trying to get a 2 for 1, because you should have held it for the last best possible shot and then left them limited to no time on the clock. Really, Russ? But that's what I'm saying. He sees an opportunity. Shout out to Joseph for the cash app. He said, facts over feelings, my ass. That's what I'm saying. This was definitely on Coach. He deserves all the slander he's getting tonight. And I don't even got to say nothing. You guys are going to say everything for me. Dontario Moore, appreciate you, bro. He said, as soon as I seen Russ at the scorers table, I said that we taking the L. Make the trade, Rob and Jeannie. Facts over feelings, right? Facts. That's just true, man. He's just not a good fit here or anywhere. Any team that wants to win, he's not a good fit there. If you have a rebuilding franchise and you want to sell tickets and you want him to watch him get his empty stats, that's a perfect team for him. A team like that. OKC would be good. Give him the home tour. The little welcoming, farewell tour. Club Dub says, as a Warriors fan, I hope you keep Westbrook, but LA deserves better than this. F them picks, trade that man. Even other fan bases can see what we're doing. Appreciate you, bro. Even other fan bases can see where we're lacking, man. This is not a joke anymore. There's no solution to Russ. I try to give him the benefit of the doubt. I'm rooting for him. I'm still rooting for him, but man, he's very unlikable in every single way. He doesn't understand that it's team before himself. And that's the problem. That shot was just so full of selfishness. He left so much time left on the clock. And that's one of the main reasons we lost the game. But on top of that, his defense wasn't good. What happened to last game's defense? It wasn't there this game, right? So we can't even get excited about it because this is a once in a blue moon thing. Oh, I'm sick to my stomach. I almost threw up the pizza I was having, man. That's how bad it was. It was terrible. Dan, this is crazy. I can't take Russ anymore. Me and you both. Yeah, it's about time. Not only that, but the coach better get with the program and start rewarding players who lock up. Isn't that what he said? He's starting to look like a hypocrite if he keeps bringing in, the wrong players, the wrong combinations at the wrong times. You can't do that. And I get it. Oh, it's only 3 games. We're 0-3. We are 0-3. People are already talking about firing Doc Rivers out east, right? So, man, and then we face the Nuggets on Wednesday. So that's gonna be that again. The West is tough, and I'm glad we had a tough schedule early on so we could get exposed. Our defense is pretty elite whenever Russell Westbrook's not on the court, and our offense is at least even without shooters, it's at least bearable without him on the court. But when he comes on, it's all about him. How many missed layups again did he have tonight? How many? And then he doesn't get back on defense. He goes and he attacks the rim, and then he starts complaining to the refs. Him and LeBron both do this sometimes. They don't get back on defense, they're complaining, and we give up buckets on the other end. So not only did you miss a layup, you gave up a layup or a 3, which is worse. So that could be a 5-point swing right there, right? Panic mode activated? Yes. Unfortunately, as long as Russell Westbrook is here, it's going to be really hard to succeed. It's like we have to win in spite of him. Instead of him helping the team with his, hefty $47 million contract, it's like we have to try and win in spite of him. But again, this one tonight, major fall in the coaching staff because you're supposed to read the flow of the game. If you're up by 8, don't sub Russ back to the game is out of reach. Wait till we get into the 2 or 1 minute mark. That's your best bet, because if you put him in with 4 minutes, he's gonna find a way to screw you over, man. He said the coach is not playing Reeves anymore. Why? I don't know. I think he plays well off of LeBron. And again, Troy Brown Jr. was the silver lining for me in this game because I thought he was great. I thought Juan Toscano's defense was phenomenal. The whole team was killing defensively there in that fourth quarter. And then what? Edwin says, you're right, Dan. Brick is no good for this team. You've been saying it for a while. The losing will catch up to the team. And that's the problem. Now we're 0-3 in the West Coast. And, like I said, the schedule's not going to get easier, unfortunately. Like, look, we got the Denver Nuggets coming up on Wednesday, followed by Friday versus the Timberwolves. And then, again, the Nuggets on Sunday. And then the Pelicans on Wednesday. And finally, we'll get something. By the way, they've been winning. The Jazz on Friday, right? Then the Cavs. Then the Jazz again. Listen, if the Lakers keep losing like this, man, I don't know what's going to happen. But Russ needs to get traded because we're trying to win in spite of him, and that should never be like that. You should never try to win in spite of a player. Sometimes it feels like we're playing 5-on-4. It's bad. He said, Dan, but other problem, no snipers. But I told you guys the shots would fall. If the shots start falling, we'd be okay. And what happened? The shots started falling in the second half, right? We finished the game. Yeah, we still need shooters, but we at least finished at 37% from beyond the arc, 10 for 27. That's much better. LeBron started hitting. It became infectious. Everybody started hitting. Problem was, again, when we have the winning combination, you don't remove that for, to stroke somebody's ego. And that's what it feels like, man. I don't recognize this era of basketball. You have to stroke your star players' egos, whether they're playing good or not. No. Where's the accountability factor? Where is the accountability factor, guys? We really should be 2-1. We should. He said Carmelo would have made some of them threes. Facts. He said, Dan, if we got to trade after this start, we will get robbed. Doesn't matter, man. You have to do something. You can't sit on your hands like waiting for a Christmas Day miracle. You can't do that. Listen, the refs were bad as well, but we got to play in spite of that. Again, the game was in the bag, all right? You're up 8 points, and I know 8 points is nothing in the NBA, especially when you're going up against, an elite player like Damian Lillard. But still, you got to find a way to capitalize and finish those games. With Russ and with LeBron and AD, you have to finish those. You had the 2 best players in the game, and what happened? And AD had a masterclass performance for what? We're not even talking about that. I wanted to really rave about Anthony Davis, who absolutely went off. 22 points, 10 rebounds, 3 assists, 6 blocks, 2 steals. LeBron James, another masterclass, 31 points, 8 assists, 8 rebounds, and we have nothing to show for it. We're 0-3. Something's got to give. Lakers got to make moves. Got to make moves, man. At this point, the Lakers has to trade. We cannot get another year like the facts. CJ, facts. Facts. We support our team too much. We go hard for our franchise. We're not going to stop going hard. But it just didn't work out with Russ. For whatever you want to blame it on, the fit, his personality, everything. For me, it's a culmination of everything. It just didn't work out. For the sake of Laker fans, please, they're taking our joy away from watching these games. I want to hear that Russ's joy's been taken away. They're taking our joy. As long as they keep him on the team, we need Russ to get traded. Period. Period. And the last 4 minutes don't tell you everything you need to know. I don't know what to tell you. All right, we're up 4 minutes. Darvin Ham brings back Russ, and everything went downhill from that moment. All right, and I don't care what you guys say. I blame Russ too much. No, it's bad. That starting lineup is bad, and for him to close the game when he's not having a great game, that's bad as well. Bad as well. So Dan, Lakers need more margin. He said he need more margin at the end of the game. Need snipers. That's true. We could use some more shooting for sure, man. But 0-3 now. Now I'm looking at the front office like, what y'all gonna do, man? What y'all gonna do? Are y'all gonna take your fan base's money and sell Wolf tickets, or y'all gonna actually make a move? You know, this on you, Jeannie. This on you, Rob. I'm calling y'all out. I gotta be fair. I gotta call y'all out. You know, we should have traded Russ in the offseason. I told you guys to give Russ to give coaching staff a fair chance at winning. We should have traded him. Now we're trying to win in spite of him, and we've dropped 2 out of the last 3 that were very winnable games due to just trying to appease somebody. That's super bad. That's so bad. He said, Russ is just not the fit to be on the Lakers. That's a fact. Facts. And I can live with that, but we also need to act on that. We can't just let him bring us down because he doesn't fit. You know, we can't. Sorry. We really signed Matt Ryan and not Melo. He said down 2. Why weren't the 3-point shooters on? Because we don't have any 3-point shooters, Tony. But I feel you, man. We should have left the other team they were balling, man. He said, y'all blaming Russ when LeBron lost the game? Let me block this clown, man. I got stupider just by reading that. Seriously? You're going to blame LeBron who had 31 points, 8 rebounds, and 8 assists? Y'all the stat sheet, geeks. You can't even look at your player stats. He only had 10 points, a good amount of turnovers, and he bricked the final shot of the game. Like, come on now. Stop the cap already, Russ fans. Y'all got to look in the mirror and just look at yourselves. Y'all looking real ugly right now. Look in the mirror and it's okay that your favorite player sucks. Accept it, man, because you're going down with your shit. And you're everybody looking at you in disgust, like, what is this, man? Brush your teeth, your breath stinks. Like, what are they talking about? These rough stands getting out of hand is bad. This is facts over feelings. Basketball facts. The fact of the matter is Russ is no longer the same Russ he used to be in OKC. He's not even the same Russ he used to be in Houston or Washington. We got a watered-down version of Russell Westbrook who thinks he's still as good as OKC, and the coaching staff giving him the respect as if he was as good as OKC, but he's a shell of himself. The quicker you admit it, the less delusional you will sound. Just accept it. He's not good anymore. He's just not. All right, and we're not going to give him a lifetime starter membership achievement award on the Lakers just because he's worth $47 million. Congratulations. You earned the previous contract, but you're no longer earning that contract now. So we need to get off of that thing, man. We really do. I want to hear no more excuses. I'm blocking every single Westbrook fan that comes in my chat because I feel dumber just by reading the messages, man. I feel dumber just by reading the message. Like, seriously, they're going to say LeBron lost us a game when dude's doing everything in year 20 and Russ can't even, he can't even hold his own weight. Like, stop, man. Stop. You accidentally put Jason on timeout. My bad. I don't want Russell Westbrook on my team, Dan. Yeah, no, nobody wants Russell Westbrook anymore. I mean, I think today put the nail in the coffin. Like, he needs to get traded tomorrow. Listen, if I have to buy him his plane tickets to get him out of LA, I'll do it myself. And it's no hate. It's just a fact. The fact is I'm sick of watching his brand of basketball. And his brand of basketball is not team basketball. It's let's make sure that his feelings are okay. I guess that should be the new Darvin Ham slogan. Let's make sure that Russ's feelings are okay and that he's not frustrated, please. That's all that matters. Forget about the wins. Let's just make sure that Russ is happy. And so I'm going to sub him in with 4 minutes left in the game. Russ threw away all the work we put in the game. Russ and Darvin Ham. I blame both of them. Both of them today. Not happy with Darvin today. Not happy. Dan, if Russ doesn't get traded soon, please go on a rant. Jeannie and Rob let us down. Oh, I will. The more games we lose due to the fact that we're trying to stroke his ego, I'm going to be more pissed. This is just a start, man. This is just a start. This is me trying to be patient. This is me trying to be nice because my family's out there. I'm not trying to curse or nothing like that. But I'm telling you right now, man, this is it's embarrassing. As a Laker fan, I can tell you the product we rolling out there, it's embarrassing, man. If you went to the game You deserve a refund after that because they throwing away games at Staples Center. You know, they throwing away games in order to keep one man happy. They want to disappoint a whole city, but as long as one man who's worth 47 million is happy, it's not enough that he gets a big ass paycheck. They got to baby the baby, man. You know, it's tough. It's tough. He said facts over feelings, Ham. He said bench Russ and no closing games. We all sick of watching Westbrook show. I'm sorry, facts. We want. That's a fact. That's a fact, bro. And it's no hate. It's just a fact. He said no pressure on Ham. He said next game Russ rides the bench. He needs to. He needs to ride the bench. He should have did this last year. We're 1 year late on Russell Westbrook riding the bench. Like, dude, let's see what he said. Here goes. Darvin Ham said he brought Russell Westbrook back in the game because he wanted another athletic perimeter defender so the Lakers could switch on the – stop it. See, this is what I mean, bro. Accountability. Darvin, this on you, bro. As the perimeter defender, you were fine with Juan Toscano, Patrick Beverly, and Troy Brown Jr. You don't need any more perimeter defenders. You see what I mean, man? We're going to start with this bullshit, with this – like, that's bullshit. I'm sorry. Excuse my language, but that's BS. You're really going to tell me you wanted another all right, I'm done with the topic. Let's move on. RZ, appreciate you, bro. He said, I love Russ for his loyalty to OKC when KD and Harden was out, but I'm a Lakers fan first. He got to go. He said, should we trade those 2 picks? I felt what LeBron James felt when he missed the last shot. That was ice. We should do anything to get Russ off the team. I don't care anymore. And you know I care about those picks, but I can't continue to watch this continue to unfold. I mean, it's an embarrassment. These are winnable games. We clearly have the talent to win the game. We keep seeing the light at the end of the tunnel, and then somebody closes the door at the very end. And that somebody is Darvin Ham when he subbed in Russell Westbrook. So, man. Lil Dex, he said Russ might be a better mascot at this point. Yeah, nah, man. Listen, we were fine on defense in the perimeter. Darvin Ham is just reaching there. That's what I don't like, man. I don't know why every coach that comes here can't just keep it straight. Darvin really should have said, you know, I fucked up. I should have never put in Russell Westbrook in the end. We had a nice rhythm, and I messed that up. That's on me. That's what I would have loved to see or to hear. But again, just like Russ doesn't take accountability, neither does Darvin Ham. And I'm kind of low-key getting sick of that, man. Why can't we keep it? Listen, the fans have eyes. We saw what happened there. You can't lie to us. You can't tell us, oh, it's because we needed more defense in the perimeter. Like, stop that, man. Just stop it. It's getting old as fuck. Purple and Gold said, we could be an elite team, need to make the right moves. Right? We're not that far away. Our defense is on point. Darvin Ham has them binding on the defensive end and actually playing team basketball. We're making the right passes. At times it even looks, dare I say, beautiful. But playing this man, it always feels like we have to play with him. Like we have to play in spite of him instead of like with it. It's weird. It's a weird feeling. Daniel Casas, appreciate you, bro. He said, Dan, Russ needs to be traded. I wouldn't mind using my paycheck to pay for his plane ticket for his family. Mad with Darvin Ham. This is an embarrassment. I agree, man. I absolutely agree. We don't deserve this brand of basketball. Like, come on now. Like, we really deserve to see a player's ego being stroked and prioritized over wins? I don't think so. I don't think any fan base deserves that, let alone the greatest fan base in the world. We don't deserve that shit. I have a feeling when the rest goes to another team, he's going to be a whole different type of player. His stats might look good, but he's still not going to, it's not going to translate to win, so it doesn't matter. Just like here. His stats were okay tonight. It wasn't like he had an atrocious game like the last game, but the floor spacing is trash when he's out there, period. Right? It's not good. Dan, it's not all Russ's fault. Yeah, I know that. I didn't say it was all Russ's fault. He said, what's that defense on Grant at the end? You know what? I'm not calling out Anthony Davis' defense because the man has 6 blocks. Matter of fact, had he blocked that one aggressive, they probably would have called the foul anyways. So yeah, stop, please. Let's not try to attack other players that actually played good in order to take the negative attention away from Russ. What was that shot? Period. What was that shot? He said he's okay with Russ' decision at the end. That's embarrassing, Darvin. Come on, man. You're looking like a real rookie out there, Darvin. Got to be better, man. And I like the coach, but we're going to call him out when he's wrong. He really said he was okay with Russ's decision. Oh, the ego stroking is getting ridiculous, man. Ridiculous right now. He said Rob wants to wait 20 games before trading Russ. Nah, he can't. He cannot wait 5 games. We're gonna go 0-5. Nah, man, can't do it. Can't do it, guys. I'm not gonna disrespect Darvin Ham because he's a rookie coach, and this was a boneheaded mistake that I hope he never repeats again, or else I'm really gonna go off on his ass. But this little apologetic version of him, whatever happened to Facts Over Film, everything he was preaching, 0-3 right now, man. Come on, bro. Curfews, appreciate you. He said, when the whole fan base has been begging to trade Russ, the front office should listen to us because we pay the paychecks. Facts. We watch every single game. We're not Reggie Miller talking about how can he play in this environment? We don't tune in every once in a while. You literally see this mug here pre-post every single game for 82 games, or at least all the games that I could possibly do this season, right? It is stressful, guys. It is stressful. As a diehard Laker fan, this is not what you want to see early on. But hey, still got 79 games left, and they can get it right. We're not far off from becoming a true contender. I told you guys, we're like a trade or two away from becoming a true contender. The defense looks elite. This looks like championship level defense. And we look even better when Russ isn't on the court. That's just a fact. That's just a major fact. We look 10 times better when Russ not on the court. Arthur, appreciate you for the cash app, bro. He said, did you address that jerkish foul on Patrick Beverly with 20 seconds? Listen, the officiating is horrendous. Like, they get all the calls. They win their challenge, and then even when we win our challenge, they change the foul to LeBron James. Like, really? What kind of crap is that? So you're absolutely right, Arthur, that the officiating is horrendous. However, what's more horrendous than the officiating is our decision-making towards the end of games. We did not go with the winning lineup. We just didn't. We had a super sick defensive lineup who was actually scoring as well and floor spacing pretty nicely. Dare I say, we went up by the biggest league in the game, 8 points, and we couldn't close it out. Why? Because there was feelings over facts. Somebody put that on a t-shirt, feelings over facts, because that's the new quote. We're worried about feelings now. And it's just, I don't know, man. Truly discouraging. Justice the 3 says, Russ is an embarrassment. Hornets 3-and-D guys ready. I'm so desperate that I'm willing to take a shot on Gordon Hayward, who's, by the way, I have him on a fantasy basketball league. Dude has been killing. He said trade Westbrook and bring back Kuz. I miss Kuz. This might go down as the worst Laker trade of all time. Think about it. We gave up 2 very good role players, one borderline and all-star. Had he been on coached by the proper coach, he would have been an all-star. Kyle Kuzma, averaging over 20 points a game this season. I always knew he was capable. I would always defend him when the player fans would call him Amber Rose, hating on him, trying to get him traded. I said, y'all gonna miss him when he's gone. And even KCP, who even I myself slandered when he would play bad, I miss him dearly, man. He went, what was he, like 4 for 6 the other night? And it's a shame. That might go down as the worst trade. And we gave up a first-round pick on top of that. We truly got swindled. This is why Rob should not have gotten that extension. He said, nah, y'all were trying to get rid of him? Not me. I love Kuzma. Everybody here could attest that I always defended Kyle Kuzma. Matter of fact, his mom follows me on Twitter. That's how you know what I'm saying is a fact, He said, GME, Terry Rozier, Gordon Hayward, and Kelly Oubre Jr. Yeah, I mean, I'd take those right now. I would take those right now in a heartbeat. To be honest, anything's better than Russell Westbrook throwing up a shot with 16 seconds, breaking it off the back. Where he didn't even attack the rim where he has a better chance. He didn't throw up his worst shot in his arsenal. The backboard break shot. Ridiculous, man. He said, Dan, people who are blaming LeBron don't understand LeBron has 4 rings and Russ has 0. That's for a reason. People that are blaming LeBron are not NBA fans. They're player fans. Matter of fact, they're stands. They're I don't even want to say it. It's too vulgar. But they're bad for basketball fandom. Okay? Because if they can't hold even their favorite players accountable, basically to them, these players shitting gold. Like everything they do is perfect. You can't do that. As a fan, you got to keep it $150, man. Even us as diehard Lakers / Kobe fans, we never said he was perfect. And when he did, he didn't make the right play, we would critique him. The difference is social media wasn't available back then. MFFL, thank you, man. He said Kuz was one of your best defenders too. He was, and sometimes the stats didn't tell the whole story. Not only did he play good defense, but he was a great playmaker as well. And sometimes he would go off. A lot of the times when LeBron James and or Anthony Davis missed games, this dude would really go off. So, yeah, he's dearly missed here. But he's in a better place now because here they took him for granted, and he didn't deserve the treatment he got here. Some idiots, and I know these were some idiot player fans because it couldn't have been Laker fans. They made a petition for him and Danny Green not to get rings, championship rings. That's how stupid player fans could be sometimes, right? So I'm telling you straight up right now, like this new modern day era of fandom where these player fans are basically condoms to their players. They're the ultimate protector. They're the last line of defense. Even the player could, throw a whole season away, but they're still going to somehow find a way to defend him. He can go 0 for 11, yet he had a good game in their eyes. Like, they're bad for basketball, no matter how we slice it up, man. And it's a toxicity. It's like you're basically dealing with a bunch of trolls. But the problem is that they don't consciously know they're trolling. They actually think they're making good points. That's the problem. And that's a huge problem. When we get to the point where we can't dissect the game truly and truly point the finger at what the issue was tonight, Darvin Ham was the biggest issue. He is the main culprit of this loss. And I told you I'd hold him accountable. I gave him some time. He made a couple of mistakes so far. The starting lineup more notably, but Darvin Ham was the biggest catalyst of this loss. He made a horrible substitution towards the end of the game, and that's why we lost this game. That's the true reason we lost. But yes, it's really hard to win in spite of Westbrook, period. No matter whose feelings get hurt. And I'm just here to speak facts, man. Whether they like me for it or hate it. But it is what it is. He said, why did they take JTA out and Troy out? Exactly. That's the issue right there. That's the whole issue. Games will get tougher. Get the trade done now. Absolutely. That's what we need. I said, if we go 0-3, a trade needs to happen ASAP. Facts. He said, sup, Dan, you guys had it. Could have easily won this loss. Is on Coach Ham. You guys play us on Wednesday. I pray you guys make a trade, Dan. You Laker fans deserve better. Thank you, man. Even Denver Nuggets fans are praying for us, man. What have we? I'm telling you, man. We've hit rock bottom right now with this whole Russell Westbrook situation. And he's starting to cross Kwame Brown, Smush Parker, hatred territory where Laker fans might cross him off as the worst Laker player of all time, just based on his contract and what the expectations were when we acquired him to what he's actually producing and his attitude off the court. He said, Dan, you saw Russ dancing while refs reviewing the challenge? It makes me sick. It's the modern day, man. It's the modern day. We live in a different era, bro. Kobe would have just smacked them all upside the head if that would have happened. Lakers then said, on the bright side, I could see what the Lakers could be if they take less threes and do more pick and roll and defense with AD and LeBron. They are unstoppable. We're trying to build a championship level defense, and it seems very promising. All right, we're ranked 7th coming into the game defensively. I don't know where we're ranked now, but the defensive end is promising. But this is the problem I have with the Lakers every year. We fix one end of the court and we overfix it because now the offense is bad. We can never find a happy medium. And that's the problem. We can easily fix the offense if we trade for some shooters or add somebody in free agency or do something. Fix the rotations, all of that, all of the above. But 0 for 3 so far. The Lakers haven't done it. Same starting lineup every game, same result every game. The same closing lineup every game, same result every game. So these adjustments, what happened? If coach is happy taking these L's, then I'm going to get on his ass because I'm not happy with these L's. This is a very winnable game. Very winnable. How come no one is talking about how good Reeves did? He played good. He didn't play great. I expect him to play a little bit better. There was a couple turnovers and mistakes. He played good, though. And I've always said Reeves should be starting for the Lakers. I like his chemistry with LeBron and AD. So you're right on that, Crystal. But nobody's going to talk about that because the glaring issue here is the Russell Westbrook fit and the coaching staff's mistakes. We really should be talking about Anthony Davis' monster performance, but that was robbed of him as well, because of the loss, the heartbreaking loss. So I know everybody's sick to their stomach. My heart fell out of my ass after this loss, and it's just gotten to the point where I don't know how much more of this crap I could take, man. We need to make a trade ASAP. I thought I could be more patient with the picks and all that. but not the way we're coming out. We're gifting. We're gift wrapping wins to the opposition. Um, Bad. He said, "I'm gonna tell my family to sue the Lakers if ever I get a heart attack. This shit makes me sick. It's bad. It's bad for your health. But the only silver lining in all of this is that the more losses we compile early on, the quicker we have to make a trade. Whereas last season we were like winning here and then losing there, and then it was giving us hope. And then eventually we get to the trade deadline and nothing happens. At least this way, they're in the hot seat early on, right? The noise is going to be super negative. So, and today's Sunday, so that means the sports talk shows are going to have a field day from Monday through Wednesday on the Lakers. So they got to hear it all week, and they deserve to hear it all week with the way they close this game. So, hopefully, again, sometimes pressure makes diamonds. Let's hope that's the case this time around. He said, Nunn is not even playing good. Nunn has been trash, man. Utter trash. What do you have tonight? Let's go look at his stat. Kendrick Nunn has 0 points. How many points did he give us? None. He only had 10 minutes because of it. So that's all bad. Troy Brown Jr., I like his length a lot. He had 4 rebounds, 4 points, 22 minutes. I hope he becomes a main part of this rotation because we could really use his lanky wing defense there. Juan Toscano, I thought, was an unsung hero. All right, this dude had multiple steals. He plays extremely unselfish. He had 4 points. He had 2 rebounds as well. I really like what he did. I thought he should have finished the game with Pat and Troy Brown. But Stanley, that's not even true. Lakers can't tank because we don't even have our pick this year. It's a pick swap with the Pelicans. So if we win the first pick, guess who gets it? And by the way, they would probably win the championship real soon if they land Victor Wembanyama over there in New Orleans. That's a scary, lanky, athletic team that nobody would want to see in a 7-game series. I'm telling you, that once they get that together, if that ever happened, nightmare, man. Nightmare for the rest of the league. Good luck trying to guard Brandon Ingram, 6'10", Zion Williams, 6'8", 6'7", super explosive, athletic, like a tank, and Victor Wembanyama, like good luck. And then CJ McCollum, sheesh. He said, I wish we could trade for Danny Green. Not the way the fans traded him. The way the fans treated him, the player fans, man, it was horrible. Is it no disrespect to anything personal to Jeannie, but she has no basketball knowledge? She's just too nice. Unfortunately, she needs to, and that's something Kobe told her before he passed. So you got to be a killer out here. You can't worry about it. And she did that. She did that with her brother, but ever since then, she kind of take a back seat again. She needs to come in here like a sniper and just pick people off who aren't good for the franchise, starting with, in my opinion, and just my opinion, respectfully, Kurt Rambis and Linda. I know they're her good friends, but this is why you don't mix business with pleasure. I don't think they know much basketball. I mean, what did Kurt do when he was what was he, a general manager for the Knicks or a coach, assistant coach? He wasn't good over there, He said, Dan, Nunn has been the biggest flop. I would not mind shipping him out alongside Russell Westbrook the way he started. Like, he's been a huge disappointment. Huge. On the other hand, though, what do you guys think of Lonnie Walker? I've loved his production so far. Some people say he has tunnel vision, but we need him to be aggressive. He again, 15 points for him, 4 rebounds and assists, and he has some timely buckets for us again. So, I like what he brings. He did get cooked by Damian, but I mean, can you blame him? Damian Lillard's so good. He cooks everybody. And he did this. It hurt me so bad to see one of my favorite players do their signature Dame time pose on us in a game we really needed. That really hurt my feelings, man. I'm not going to lie. That's one of those things. Dan, thanks for streaming. I really needed this stream after today's heartbreaker. Bro, honestly, it was really hard to come on this live stream because I low-key felt like crying. That's how tough it's been. Like, that's how tough I low-key, as a grown-ass man, I almost shed a tear for this loss. How heartbreaking it was, man. I was so excited to see that we were potentially going to win this one, and bang, it's really a gut punch, It's gut-wrenching for sure. But, hey, I guess I was made for this because I got thick skin. Liz says, Big Dan, you are my MVP, and you always give your best, even though you sometimes take bad shots at people who don't agree with you. Listen, Liz, I don't mean to be mean, but some people they got to be put in their place. So they say the ridiculous, illest things. But thank you so much, Liz. I appreciate the love. Dan, if you're a Coach Ham, would you just start on Wednesday against my Nuggets? I would start Patrick Beverly, Austin Reeves, Lonnie Walker, LeBron, and AD because I really, you know what, AD has grown on me at the center position. I mean, 6 blocks. Good God, he's a beast. So maybe he's buying into the center spot. Why not? All right, keep it going. If it works, keep it going. Appreciate you, Eddie. But I want defense and offense, and that would provide a little bit of floor spacing. Because Reeves can knock down a three. Remember, when we couldn't hit nothing, he was one of the ones that hit that 4-point play with the 3-point shot and open up things a little bit more. Because once they ran that zone early on, it was extremely hard to knock down shots because they took away the lanes and all of that. So, but yeah, that would be my starting lineup, I think. And we need a mix of defense and offense. I low-key would consider starting Juan Toscano, though, because I've been in love with his defense. Y'all haven't noticed the little things he does. He doesn't come up in the stat sheet always, but he's a pesky freaking defender, man. He really gets after it. And sometimes he gets calls for bad calls, but he is that dude. Like, I'm so glad we picked him up. Not only is he a good teammate, but he's on it defensively. And he cuts well without the basketball as well. Joshua, appreciate you, brother. He said, never knew what you miss until you lose someone. I miss Kuz and KCP. Imagine our lineup under our Darvin with LeBron James, AD, Kuz, KCP, and a good point guard. Really sad. Yeah, man. I used to tell people to ease up on Kuz. KCP, I'll be honest. There was a couple of times that I was really hard on KCP, but I really love what he did in the bubble, and I was always hopeful that he could bring that back. Unfortunately, he didn't the previous season, so he got traded. But Kuz was more impactful for me because of his size, 6'10", 6'9", 6'10" guy who didn't mind sacrificing for the team. He was a true team player. I always said Kuzma could average 20 easily, 17 to 20. But he's sacrificing to come off the bench because Frank Vogel doesn't know how to utilize him properly. He only used him for the bench, those spotty minutes here and there. This dude was a starter, man. He should have always been a starter. I'm glad, though, for him that he finally found a nice place for him to call home in Washington. Him and Bradley Beal are a nice little 1-2 punch. And they're fun to watch. I think they play later on tonight. RZ says, losing games also affects our trades. Other teams might be asking for 3 picks. Imagine everyone in the locker is bummed out and Russ is smiling and dancing. Yeah, I don't want to think about that anymore, man. It's just too frustrating to think about. But as far as the trade goes, they have to, man. Listen, as far as the trade goes, they have to find a way to make a deal with somebody. I don't care if it's Charlotte. I don't care if it's San Antonio, Indiana. Just do something and do it quick before we lose the season because Laker fans don't deserve another shitty season. We've had too many of these. Way too many. KCP balling out in Denver. I know. He's being utilized properly. Gotta love it. I'm happy for those guys individually. Whenever they don't play us, happy for them. He said, Dan, I just want to say, keep your head up, purple and gold. I know you guys are spoiled and expect nothing but excellence from your team, but you guys worried me for a bit. What do you mean we worried you? What do you mean, Curtis? What do you mean by that? Oh, you're talking about in the game. Okay, I see what you mean. We always keep our head up, man. We're Laker fans. We got that pride, kind of like Vegeta with the Saiyan pride. We might be a little arrogant sometimes and all of that, but rightfully so. I mean, we're champions. We're kings. We're beasts. So even though we're struggling early on, my hope is that they make a swift move and get things in order because we're not that far, guys. Like, you can literally see the potential of this team. Sometimes we play in spurts because we get stagnant in the half-court sets. But you can see that this team can really build a championship chemistry if we just remove the negativity and we add some shooting to this roster. We could be so much better. Disappointing, but you know what? One game at a time, Curtis. I appreciate y'all, man, for being positive. You're a Trailblazer fan. Congratulations on y'all win. Y'all got that, man. Y'all did that. You're 3-0 now, and we're 0-3. So you guys are on the opposite end of the spectrum, and it must be nice. By the way, that Jeremy Grant trade. Great trade for you guys. I knew he would be an X factor. I called it in pregame, and sure enough, he hit the game-winning bucket. So, congrats, man. You guys have a great team. So, do y'all think y'all should send Russ home? It's tough to watch. We've had Iverson when he was disinterested, so we sent him home. The Iverson thing was when everything was more cutthroat, though. Nowadays, it's all about stroking players' egos, especially if they're Hall of Famers. And unfortunately, it doesn't seem like they'll even bench him, let alone send him home. You saw what happened. We tried to bench him for a preseason game, and coach almost lost the locker room. You know, guys like Patrick Beverly were saying stuff like, "Oh, we know he's our starting point guard. We're just trying stuff out." And then Russ was basically pretending. I don't know if he was pretending to be injured or really was, but I'm starting to think the latter now. He basically didn't want to come off the bench. So, man, heartbreaking, guys. But hey, at least we get 3 days off. All right, the rest of today and Monday and Tuesday, and we can reassess everything. I'm very emotional today. So my apologies. Don't mean to offend anybody, man. And sorry for the explicitity, but is this our fandom at his best? You know, we wear our heart on our sleeve. That's gonna wrap it up for me, man. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Lakers got to make a move sooner rather than later. All right. Silver linings. I love the defense tonight. Absolutely loved it. We deserve to win this game. And Troy Brown Jr., I think, is going to be a solid piece for us. I like his wingspan, his athleticism, his defensive versatility. I think those are two good things we can build on. So hopefully that leaks over to the Denver Nuggets game, because that's going to be an even bigger test. Those Denver Nuggets have a lot of depth, a lot of wing depth, a lot of size. They got the MVP in Joker, and Jamal Murray is back. So that's going to be a tough game. So let's see what happens. A couple of days to get it right, though. I'll see you guys hopefully sooner rather than later. Have a great rest of your evening, Laker Nation. Much love. Peace.